predaplants. It's pretty easy. We go into a 2-card combo, right? Basically, if you don't, have any predaplant card, any one of these, plus branded fusion, which we only literally run one of, right? You're crippled. You lose the game, and that's why you have a bunch of other stuff like Allure of Darkness, Fright for Patchwork, for game 2 options, or not game 2 options, so you can like fuse into other guys like Guardian Chimera. You have the bestial package here, so let's say you only have one branded, right? You're not left for dead, right? You could still go into Albion and do the bestial combos, or you can go into Lubellion and do the Despia combos. I run both in here for some reason. And yeah, we play Brandon Red, we play Brandon Beast, and then the Predaplant is basically here to be good, right? When we drop Predaplants and Brandon Fusion, we're basically set, right? And so basically this Predaplant right here, Predaplant Biblist, is gonna search another Predaplant, and then we win the game. That's it. We search another Predaplant, and those Predaplants start searching, and then we fusion summon, and then we search more, and then we fusion summon one more time, and then we win. So let's just do it. I also played Magician Souls, Illusion of Chaos, and Magician Souls. Yeah, we're gonna go first because we're simply good at the game. Nothing new here. This is a growing trend from the last video, and we're just gonna keep going with it. Let's go. Okay. All right. Okay. This is actually kind of bad. This is bad actually. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate this card, Preda Practice, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do some Predaplant gaming, some Predaplant coping. And we're gonna search Orphis Scorpion. I should probably. Oh well. Anyway, we got Orphis Scorpion out in the field, and this means. So actually, this is very interesting, because what we could do. Because we still have Super Poly, what we could do is go into a diffusion right here, and then yeah. So let's do it. Since we're not going, for a second anyway. The Kaiju's kind of worthless. So typically, no, we're gonna go into Chlamydia Sundew, right? Chlamydia, right here, and then we activate Chlamydia, just like everyone does. Now I will go into this thing, Ambimilides, and let's take out this guy right here. And so yeah, we're just kind of coping now, trying to go into our Predaplant gaming. The idea is we search the Predaplant trap, which is awesome and broken, because what it essentially does is put a Predaplant counter on all our opponent's monster, and this means we get to like negate them all, right? And so ideally, you just want to keep negating over and over again. That's the game plan we're going for here. I'm going to search for Bufukulia, because Bufukulia is great. It's basically just polymerization, but pendulum spell. And then we search for Predaplanting. Alright, and this is great. So now we're just going to throw away our Ambimidi. No, we're going to throw away Orphis Scorpio, because clearly we need a different card. We need, our boy. This guy right here. Darlingtonia Cobra, activate Darlingtonia. This is usually not the combo, this is usually not the line. We're just kind of, freestyling at this point. Trying to hope for the best. And now we get our branded stuff, so now we could just play branded, right? We activate branded fusion here. Let's see if they have Ash Blossom. Did they really save an Ash? Okay, no. And because we're playing branded, right, we're really now afforded a whole lot of options here. So let's go into this thing and this thing. Yes. Yeah. So now we get to activate Albion. This is great. You'll always make our way back to branded. He probably has Nibiru right now, and we're probably just staring down Nib. That'd be hilarious. Oh, okay. Alright, well, there goes Albaz, and there goes this combo. So, yeah, we don't get a Mirror Trade anymore on the field, so that's fine. It wasn't. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So, you know, my opponent, I guess he's scared of Brandon Red much more, so he's not gonna worry about Albaz. But because I would rather just use this to get a Mirror Jade now. You know? Because what's the point of having this thing here for a target? Or here for a tribute for this guy right here, right? Because this guy comes back out by tributing this dude. But we did not do that. We are now doing this. So now we get a Mirror Jade. It's still very easy. Nothing hard here. And then we go into Ultra Poly, some unique stuff I know. And basically we just go into our predaplant, you know, Dragon Fusion, Dragos Stapelia, right? It's really nice. So basically Dragos Stapelia's ability is we negate anything with a predaplant counter, and we can also target a monster and give it a predaplant counter, which is awesome. It's amazing. So now we're gonna, you know, do this. In fact, we should probably target it before we end our turn, so we can just have a monster with predaplant counter out here. And we're gonna activate Bufakulia. Bufakulia is basically polymerization. You get to fusion summon another dude, so we're just gonna do that literally right now. And now we get to stare him down with 2 predaplant monsters, which is great. And yeah, we're just gonna go for another one. Yep, these 2. Take them out. And hopefully I'm not making a mistake by putting them all in attack mode or whatever. And I'm just gonna set it down, this little trap. I'm gonna activate this. And this is basically the board, right? You're usually, you know, having a negate with the predaplant counters and stuff, and with the little trap, so it's cool. And you have little abilities in the graveyard to activate, so based off, you know, predaplant counters and whatnot. So it's really nice for recursion. Sometimes you get your boss monster out here. Obviously I didn't. Obviously I just got a good board with Mirror Jade and Dragos Stapelia. So alright, cool. My opponent's playing Albaz as well, which is fine. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Very, very sad. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a big deal. Well, I'm gonna change one thing for a second. Check my setting. Yeah, this is not that big of a deal. Okay. Honestly, it's fine. Please have your little Albaz moment. So he's gonna try to summon Fallen Albaz here to fuse away my guys, right? This is not hard to counter. Watch this. So he activates it, and then I just target it, right? And so basically, this is pretty smart because it gets rid of one of my negates over here. Though, you know, I have essentially 3 negates, or 3 times where I can activate negates on monster effects, as well as a banish, which is pretty important, pretty relevant in this deck. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to do it again because, you know, why stop? And yeah, you can just sort of see how you can, you know, basically keep going. And yeah, you're basically just, you know, negating everything. And then you also just have, alright, now he's fusing. This could be a big deal, but honestly I'm not worried still. Yeah, I'm not worried, you know. So he could go to Guardian Chimera here, which is totally what I'm expecting. And it's a good card, right? It pops too. Oh. Yeah, Guardian Chimera, that's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, this thing's a good card. We shouldn't, you know, undermine its usage here. Alright, well that's a better card. Definitely. Yeah, so he also dumped Tier Limits, which is amazing. Should not be disregarded in any sort of way. But we can probably banish Kalos, so it's not that the biggest deal. And in fact, let's go and activate our trap here now. So basically trap sets, you know, a predaplant counter on everything on the board, which is awesome. And yeah. So now, we basically get to, you know, send away a Biblis and negate everything on the board. Which this would have much more impact if my opponent was playing an Exceeds deck or, you know, Synchro or whatever, because you also make all the monsters level 1s essentially, which is awesome. But let's see what happens here. I would assume Kit Colossus is coming out. There's just no way. I mean, unless he can get... No, he has... No, he could do Grapha, to be fair. So Grapha is like this Dark World card, which is pretty cool. But... And, you know, that's actually a pretty big deal. Okay, never mind. I said it was a big deal. I don't think he's playing Grapha anymore. Especially after doing that. Target 1 fusion. Alright, buddy. We're just gonna go and activate this now. And basically we're gonna get rid of our Lubellion. Usually you wanna have more Albaz fusions. But you know, it's fine. But yeah. What's basically going to happen now is we're going to add Chlamydia. So the interesting thing about Chlamydia and why it plays through copies, right, is because you can basically do a board wipe, right? If they have predaplant counters, you just activate it. Well, I guess you don't really need to do a board wipe if you're going to have this guy out here. You know, doing this. Interesting, actually. This is pretty interesting. Do I really want to activate it? I mean, the answer is yes, typically. But, you know, I could have so much recursion by not doing it. So I'm not going to activate it, actually. Much to his surprise, probably, too, as well. Yeah, and he still gives up. Okay, interesting. But yeah, basically that's how this deck works. You're summoning out Dragostapelia, you get the trap down, and you're negating, right? And Branded Fusion is really nice for, you know, plussing. It's really nice to have another monster out. It's really easy to access, right? Because you have your, you know, Darlingtona Cobra, which is pretty easy to get out because you're using Amblomedes, the fusion predaplant monster, as well as Orcus Scorpio to special summon it out. So you know, it's definitely not hard. It's not a hard win condition to make or hit. Alright, so what's the board here we got? This is very interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of what I drew. But it's still nice, right? As long as you drew... I mean, Branded at the end of the day is a 1-card combo, right? So even if I don't draw anything predaplant, I can still play Branded here effectively. So I'm going to activate, you know, Branded opening. And, interesting. Nothing to counter. I think we should get rid of Allure of Darkness. I mean, you know, I could definitely activate it and draw 2. But, you know, the problem is I don't know what I'm going to be drawing, you know. I could definitely just throw away my whole entire hand, and that's a pretty big deal. So now we're just going to, you know, activate effects here and just go crazy. So we add Branded Fusion. We're basically... Alright, we win again. I'm probably not going to include this video. I'm going to cut it. Actually, no, I'm going to show this part. Cool, and let's see if we go first, because we're good at the game, right? Clearly. Yes, we are. We're so good. I'm not even kidding, though. I'm so good at this game. All I do is go first. Don't let people tell you otherwise, right? If they're saying you can't go first, you can. Just trust. Literally just trust. Okay. What do we have here? So, Fright for Patchwork. It's pretty interesting. I love this card. So you get to activate it, right? And you basically get to +1. You add a Polymerization and a Fright for, you know, an Edge of Chain card, right? An Edge of Chain is just a dark type, or a dark attribute. So it's really nice to have. And only problem is Brigand is our only way to Branded. So, I mean, that's the only problem we have here. But that's a very small problem to have, you know. But yeah, let's go and activate Brigand real quick. Alright, cool. We're going to add Branded Fusion, because they're very limited, and we're going to put back Polymerization. And basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to go through our Branded combos, right? If you ever play Branded, it's basically the same exact combos, except we're better, right? So we draw Call by the Great to stop Ash Blossom, or in this case, Maxi. Yeah. And basically the predaplant stuff there is just there, just to, like, you know, acquire more card advantage with Biblisp and, you know, other stuff. And you can go to some pretty cool boards if you draw a predaplant plus Branded Fusion, which we haven't done yet, which I could definitely do, probably soon. But basically, yeah, so what you could send off is... Actually, hold on. Usually you want to make Albion, so you can send away the Bestial. or Lubellion, right? And Albaz. And you get Albion out right now. So now, and then Albion just activates, you know, banishes away cards, you know, and you're just playing Brandon at this point. So let's see, he has any sort of negate. Okay, yeah, this is actually a pretty big deal. I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, this is kind of a big deal actually. But it doesn't mean we can't still keep gaming. We're just gonna be changing stuff up now. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. And so now what? Now we only have one Dragos Tapelia because we got, you know, we got stopped. We literally got negated. But no, we could still do a Bishop Magnemite. We can get rid of DD Crow. And basically Bishop's a dragon type on the board, right? Okay. Well, you know, I would also have to stop my opponent from quitting.